I am reading Ephesians chapter 3, verse 1 to 3 with a short explanation. For this reason, I, Paul, the prisoner of Christ Jesus, for the sake of you Gentiles. Surely you have heard about the administration of God's grace that was given to me for you. That is the mystery made known to me by revelation, as I have already written briefly. Paul refers to himself as a prisoner of Christ Jesus. Paul wanted to convey to us that he is a prisoner of Christ Jesus. Paul was arrested by the Romans and therefore a prisoner of the Romans. What made Paul say he is a prisoner of Christ Jesus? Well, it all boils down to one simple question. Who's in charge of Paul's life? Paul knew Rome was not in charge of his life, and therefore could not say what he did not believe. Who is in charge of our lives? For example, we all experience challenges in our lives. At the moment, we are going through the coronavirus lockdown. Some of us became unemployed. And we may talk about this all the time. That is pressing on our lives. We may talk about the people pressing on our lives as if those things are in charge of our lives. Even though we would like to tell people that Jesus is the Lord of our lives, we may betray our true beliefs by how we talk about our trials. We tell a different story when we talk about these things. These challenges facing us screams at us saying, I am in charge. I am in control. I am calling the shots. Even though we may resist that voice over a period of time, it keeps going on and on until we may cave in and confess it with our mouth. Jesus showed us a different reality. Remember when Jesus stood before Pilate, accusations thrown at him by the Jews. John chapter 19 verse 10 to 11a. Do you refuse to speak to me? Pilate said. Don't you realize I have power either to free you or to crucify you? Jesus answered, you would have no power over me if it were not given to you from above. Question is, who's in charge of your life? Who is in charge of our lives? Paul answered that question by saying, I, Paul, the prisoner of Christ Jesus. So even though Paul was a prisoner of the Romans, he believed that he was a prisoner of Jesus Christ. We should declare that we are prisoners of Christ. Our culture would like us to believe we are victims of circumstances, and this is not going to help us. God allows certain things in our lives. God is truly in charge. We are safe in the Lord. John chapter 14 verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. I believe in God. Believe also in me. Thank you.